So hi, my name's Scott, and I'm so glad that you've come across this far and backed yourself and had the courage to press play and invest a few minutes in your life, in your day, to see what differences you can actually make for yourself. Now, I actually struggled with a whole range of processes that stopped me from achieving what I wanted to achieve. And it took me a while to realise that I was actually my own worst enemy. And so I really spent some time, and I spent a lot of money with marketing gurus, business coaches, personal coaches, just trying to work out why I would stop these things. Now, what I realised is I'm easily distracted. I just don't finish things. So I came up with a plan that really worked for me, and today I'd love to offer it to you for free. No credit card, no anything is needed. Now, what I basically did was I came up with a 7-day program, and this 7 days enabled me to tick off boxes as my day went, and each box I would tick would be something that I knew I needed to do, something I knew that I was guilty of not finishing each day. Sometimes it was just eating a healthy breakfast. Other times it was spending 15 minutes reading a book that I had chosen to read. Other times it was spending an hour focusing on the one thing that I knew I wanted to do, but I just never got round to it. So by scheduling the time and then ticking off the box after I had completed it, it just changed things. And it was a real revelation. And what I did was I set up a reward that at day 3, if I had just done these 12 things each day, come day 3, I would have achieved 3 times 12, 36 things. So I thought, if I can do that, at the end of day 3, I'm going to give myself a small reward. And day 3 came and it actually worked. And I was so motivated. I didn't realise something so small, so trivial, would have such a mental capacity of changing my outlook. And it may sound bizarre, who knows, you may have gone through this, you may not, but what it did was it helped me realise what I could do the next 3 days. So I stretched it. I then made it a 4-day. So the first reward was on day 3 and the second reward was going to be on day 7. So it was a 7-day program, and that's what I want to give you. It worked for me. It was beautiful how it worked for me. So for the next day 4, day 5, day 6 and day 7, I did the same process. And each day I would tick off the processes and the things I knew I needed to do, and I ticked them off. And come day 7, I thought, why was this so hard? Why was it so hard before? But now that I've put it on paper and I've documented it and I tick these boxes each day, was it so easy to achieve? And I just couldn't fathom how I had been my own worst enemy. And something switched inside my brain, something really turned me on that made me realise it was so simple. All these other people had these cars, these lifestyles, their businesses were working, their relationships were better. And I thought, if all these other people can have this, why can't I? I'm working hard, I'm working so hard. I've been working hard since I was 13 and I've lost it twice. So, I really wanted a way of standing up, making myself accountable and making sure that I could put together a program that would help me. And this 21-day cycle was it. And I have just finished another 21-day cycle. And I tell you, when I finished it, I was so happy. It was so simple. I was so proud. And because of the reward system I put in place, I got to choose the reward. I then received the reward. Not only had I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish in that 3-week or 21-day period, but I also got the reward at the end of it. And I got the rewards throughout the process. So, look, it's entirely up to you. No strings attached. I know what it did for me, I know what it can do for you, and I would love it to be able to help you take the next 7 days and really give back control to you. You can then stand up and say, you know what, I did this. I mean, after all, you know you can do it. You know you can achieve anything you want to achieve. When you were born, you couldn't walk, you couldn't talk, and none of us could use a spoon, so we practiced and we practiced and we practiced. When we fell over as a child, we didn't give up and say, well, I tried that walking and that didn't work. Of course not. We got back up. The same with the spoon. We stick it in our head, stick it in our ear, stick it on our chin. But eventually we got the food into our mouth through practice. So this 7-day cycle was just a process of reprogramming what works against what doesn't work. So if you're anywhere like I was and you're looking for something that can help you stay on track, stay focused, and achieve the levels of things that you want to achieve, take the program. It's my gift to you, and I really hope it'll work for you as well as it worked for me. You've got nothing to lose. The next 7 days are going to come and go anyway. So it's there for the taking. It's all there for you, and I really hope it can work. My name's Scott, and I wish you every success.